Borough fans, hello and welcome back to a brand new season on the Stevenage Football Club podcast, season 8. And this is the very first episode of season 8, the 2026/2027 League One season. And I know some of you aren't going to like to hear this, but the biggest and most exciting ever season, probably the toughest League One that we've been in since we've been in League One, our 4th consecutive season in League One and our 3rd consecutive season with Alex Ravel as manager. A humongous season. The preparation is underway. Not only have all the off-season activities pretty much, finished, today we did have the fixture release day. I'm like a little kid. It's the best fixtures. And Monday coming, the team start their preparation at Bradbury End for the brand new campaign. We're here and we're kicking off a brand new season on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. As you can see, guys, we've had a little bit of a revamp and a change. In the graphics, in the logo, in the thumbnail. We're starting to upgrade everything. We want to match this incredibly huge season ahead with everything that we do on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. We will be obviously doing our live episodes in a couple of weeks as the team kick off their preparation in pre-season. We'll be doing TikTok videos. We've got some more stuff planned as we go through the preparation period. Joining me on today's episode are two regulars, as you all love. I'm going to introduce them separately because, it's the first season, first episode of the brand new season, and we've got to do it. And by the way, I just want to say the Stevenage Football Club League One towel is out behind me today. And the last time I saw you, Anne, was my stag do last week. How has your off-season been, Anne? How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Just busy. Just at work, pretty much, and currently dying of sweat exhaustion, I think you could say.
What's going on? Heat wave, eh? Heat wave for the fixture release.
It's crazy. Like, where I'm at the moment, the class is like 35 degrees, and the school's not sending the kids home. And the kids aren't allowed to leave early, and I'm there like, guys, I'm like peeling shirts off me when I get in the evening. Like, it's crazy.
By the way, Ange, you should have seen me. So even without the heat wave, when I was in that car, right, watching the fixtures come, I was sweating like it was just generally excitement anyway. You take the heat wave away, I would have sweated like it wasn't a heat wave today.
Right. Let's just address the elephant in the room. Any other soul, that supports an EFL club would have gone to work today, taken 5-10 minutes at lunchtime to have a look over the fixtures. You had a full day off.
Can I hop in?
A full day off.
Can I hop in here?
Watch for the Virtue and the Carabao Cup.
What a draw, by the way. What a draw.
No, it's crap. Absolutely crap.
Full of under 21s.
Wickham away. Wow.
I mean, the Carabao Cup one's crap as well. You could have got some in the champ.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I know it's No. The fixtures are the best fixtures.
No, they're not.
No, they are.
No, because you can say the same again this time next year.
No.
Don't give me any of this. No. We know full well this time next year you're going to say the same speech.
Well, potentially. I mean, I'm not being funny, but when you get Blackpool in the last away game on a bank holiday, by the way, I just want to throw in there. I mean, does it get any better than that? Does it?
Luke, I'm looking for some support here, and I feel like I'm not getting me.
Yeah, go on, Luke. You can hop in. How have you been, my man? Off season. How you been?
I've been great. I've missed it. I've really missed it, mate.
Yeah, it's great to have you on, mate.
It's been very hot as well, isn't it?
I think this is the thing about the off season is like, I was saying it to Anne last week on the stack. Like, you don't see anyone. Like that's the crazy thing about all of us. Like we don't see anyone, and then when it starts for the big upcoming season, then we'll see each other again. It's like we're friends for 10 months, 11 months. Does that make any sense whatsoever?
I mean, right, let's be honest. For the past month and a half or whatever it is, we've had a weekly countdown till this day.
By the way, though, how quick did that go? I remember going to you boys, oh my God, it's the fixtures in 5 weeks. Do you remember that?
How could I possibly forget? It was in those innocuous time at like 4 a.m. in the morning.
I remember planning to buy my season ticket, going, oh, we've still got a month. Bang, they're gone. By the way, on the fan base app, by the way, what an establishment that is. Bit different to Venue Toolbox.
It can't be as bad as Venue Toolbox, where it just crashes every 2 minutes. You go to pay, no, it doesn't go through. Why is it not going through? Money's off my account, but I don't have a ticket. What's going on?
Thank God for fan base, by the way. Thank God for fan base. That's all I've got to say. Thank God for fan base. But no, it's great to see you boys, and obviously it's crazy because this is the very first episode. I think that's the crazy thing, isn't it? Like, you look ahead now that the fixtures are out, and what I love about today, and I'm sure it's the same with you boys, like you know your life for the next 9-10 months, and that's what I love about the fixtures. Like, you know where you're going to be on certain dates, in what places, what weekenders, Christmas, Tuesday night.
Well,
games.
I'm not there for Burton, so
you're a disgrace. Really? By the way, the big day opener at Burton.
Pirelli. I've done it twice. That's enough.
Yeah,
one should have done the trick, to be honest.
I don't know, Andy. I think it's going to be a great big day opener, all jammed in the corner.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm not going, because we'll get logged in the corner.
We predicted it as well.
Surely we're getting the terrace for the big day opener. Surely.
What, when all of 250 of us rock up or whatever it is?
Oh, I was going to say the kit then. I didn't. I stopped myself. I'm not allowed to say it. It's. I can't leak it. Can't leak it on this platform anyway. Yeah, no, it's just like, you know, we found out about our lives for the next 9-10 months, and I love Fixture Release Day. It's the day, and people call it one of the best days of the football calendar year, and I actually really agree with that because
I don't.
Do you know, it gets everyone excited. It gets everyone excited. You need to lighten up here, and you need to lighten up on this. This is the
Dan's worst nightmare. It's his worst nightmare.
No, I just look at it and go, no, my best day on the football calendar would be
the end of the season.
No. Boxing Day, the Boxing Day game and the New Year's Day game. Like,
also, at least Anne's going to be here against Reading and Bromley. He'll be active.
Are you sure it's not the car journeys home, Anne? The shut
what, after a weekender when I'm feeling rough as God knows what? No.
Saying that, I can really vision and wearing the camos at Leicester on the 31st of October.
Oh, the camos are back for another season.
When it's autumn and the leaves are falling off and you can't see Anne's feet at Leicester, the King Power, you know, around that time.
Do you want to see them? Would it make you happy if you saw them now?
I saw them at the stand.
Now?
They won't be on my feet, but...
Well, where are they? Are you wearing them? Well,
no.
In bed, are you?
Why would I wear them? It's 28 degrees. I'm trying to keep myself as cool as possible. I'm just going to shove some shoes on.
They are not just shoes, and
there they are.
Yes.
Yeah. See, Luke hasn't seen him for a long time. I saw him in person last Friday night.
Only by your request, by the way.
The referee should have given you a red card for that, I think.
Why? You requested them.
Maybe a booking.
The best referee I've ever seen, though. What?
Unreal.
What?
Unreal, the referee.
Knocking back the black Sambuca.
That's his name.
What?
It's the referee. That's the name. It's the ref. There we go. Our first episode, we've been waffling for 10 minutes. Now, obviously, lads, all the off-season activities taking place. Obviously, retained list. The league got confirmed, obviously. And Ollie Sanderson with a new signing. And the bits and bobs of pre-season. Spain got announced, finally, which felt like a longing thing to happen over amount of weeks. Obviously, we know all that. But today, was the 2026/2020 season, 7th season fixture release. And we found out our fixtures for the biggest and most exciting season ahead. It was a fantastic fixture release. It was long awaited. And not only that, obviously, we found out, the rest of our EFL trophy group and League Cup draw, which I'm sure people are absolutely buzzing about. But the fixtures, I'm going to quickly go through them and then we're going to dive straight into this because to have these fixtures out is absolutely brilliant. And I love them. I absolutely love them. They're my favourite. I just think
you really surprise me every time.
Really? Do I surprise you? They are, man. They're my favourite fixtures ever. I can't help that.
I'm sure I heard this spiel about a year ago.
Yes, we did.
Never happened. Never happened. This is different.
It's ingrained in there somewhere.
This is different.
Amongst the numbers that you claim is going to be going on in there as well.
It's different, Anne. This is the best.
How is it different?
Let's get into it, and we're going to discuss it. I'll go through really quickly, month by month, so that I'm sure all the listeners who are watching and who are listening on all the audibles have obviously seen the fixtures and know them, but we're going to go through them nevertheless. So then, from August all the way to the end of the season, which is May the 8th, actually, which is a little bit later next year. So the opening game of the 2026/2027 season is Burton Albion away. Who would have guessed that, at the Pirelli Stadium to kick it all off? Obviously, the League Cup's before, but we will come to that in a bit. Oxford at home and Doncaster at home make up August. So our first home match of the 26/27 season is Oxford United. What a game that is, by the way, to have at the first home match. September is Peterborough away, Barnsley away, Luton at home, Leyton Orient away, Sheffield Wednesday at home. That makes up September into October. AFC Wimbledon away, Wigan at home, Bradford away, Plymouth at home, Milton Keynes Dons at home, and Leicester City away, making up October into November. Mansfield at home, Notts County away, Blackpool at home, and into December, Huddersfield away, Stockport at home, Cambridge away, Reading at home, and Wycombe Wanderers away. Into the new year of January, Bromley away on New Year's Day, Cambridge at home, Bradford at home, Plymouth away, which is a Tuesday night, MK Dons away and Leicester at home. Into February, Doncaster away, Peterborough at home, Barnsley at home, Luton away, Mansfield away. The last few months of the season into March, Burton at home, Oxford away, Notts County at home, Bromley at home, and Reading away, which I do believe is Easter. Bromley at home is Good Friday and Reading away is Easter Monday. Last 2 months of the season, April, Wycombe at home, Stockport away, Sheffield Wednesday away, which is a Tuesday night, Leyton Orient at home, Wigan away, Wimbledon at home, and the final two fixtures in May, Blackpool away. What a game to end our campaign away. That is a bank holiday as well. And the last game of the season, what a game this is. Probably one of the best last games of the season we've seen in a long time. Huddersfield Town at home to end the season. What an end that is. Boys, a fantastic fixture list. Obviously, there's some crazy games in there. When you look at the Tuesday night games and you see us having to go to Huddersfield and Plymouth and Sheffield Wednesday, and we have a look at the start of the season, some really winnable games, more so in the first five. You look at October potentially as the first big month in there. January looks tough. And, December's jam-packed. Cambridge, the week before Christmas. Let's come on to August first. We'll go through it month by month. That will kind of break down this pod. Who wants to go first, boys? August, to kick it off. Burton, Oxford and Doncaster. Who wants to take it first?
Yeah, not a bad first month. I would have liked to get one of the big boys out of the way early doors in that first sort of 3 or 4 games, just so then you can say that you've played them, you get a mark, you get a feel for the league. But I mean, not complaining. Like, I think realistically, knowing the team we've got, the players we've got, you'd expect to come out with 9 points, wouldn't you, really? Because I think you look at it and you go, Oxford, they've just announced Aaron Ramsey as their new manager, so they'll probably still be taking time to get used to him, his tactics, where he wants to play. So actually kind of works in our favour, I believe, there.
I really agree with you, man. I think I'm going to be honest, and I actually think this goes all the way up to Luton in September. I think the start for us is absolutely fantastic. Burton away, Oxford at home, Doncaster at home for August, right? I mean, you push further, Peterborough away, Barnsley away. These are really winnable games to start. I think Burton as a game to start with is terrific. You couldn't have asked for one of the better games to have in order of winning a game. Oxford at home, completely agree with you, and I think Aaron Ramsey's probably going to take a few months. I think with Oxford, I think they're going to be one of those sides that don't hit the ground running straight away. That's at home. Doncaster at home, really winnable. I know that they've had a couple of good signings. Alfie May is obviously a prolific goal scorer around the leagues for them now. But in terms of the opening 3 games, I mean, you're looking at that going, no reason why we can't pick up 7 points minimum from those 2, given that it's Burton away and 2 are at home. Luca, for you, mate, August, really happy with that, aren't we?
Yeah, it's a fantastic start, I think, and added to the fact that there's some great home games in there as well early on. Look at the likes of Sheffield Wednesday, Oxford as well, and I think it's a tricky period in the middle, definitely, where you've got teams like Plymouth, Bradford, MK Dons. But it's the start we need, and you want those home games early. I think the momentum of having, West Ham and Millwall in pre-season is really going to help that as well. But it's an opener that you'd like, and it's a winnable opener. And yeah, I think it's a great fixture list to have, and it's a great league as well. It's a great league, really competitive, and when you have a winnable game, you have a favourable game. The next game's hard, the next game's difficult, and that's what I like about this league. It's keeping you on your toes, and that you can see that early. You can see that we've got a good early start, but September we got a few tough away games, and October's a tough month, and you've got to work for it, and that's what I really like about this league this season.
Yeah, completely agree. We move into September. Peterborough, Barnsley, Luton, Leighton Orient, Sheffield Wednesday. Again, it feels like, and I think this goes back to the very start in August, when we kick off against Burton Albion away. Really winnable games in these opening 2 months, boys. Peterborough, Barnsley, Leighton Orient. 3 games there that you'd fancy us against in those games. I think looking at September, obviously Luton and Sheffield Wednesday are probably the first challenging games. Look, really oddly, I think Luton is probably the first challenging game that we've got. Or what I mean by that is team that's probably going to be up in the top 3, top 4. And obviously it's Luton, so that's a big derby game, as a lot of people call it anyway. So I think looking at September, really good. Luton and Sheffield Wednesday stick out, but another 3 really good games to have in there. Obviously, really oddly, the 3 games in there that are easier are all away as well. Peterborough's away, Barnsley's away, and Leighton Orient's away. So the 2 tough ones are at home. So actually, there's a positive to that, knowing that neither Luton or Sheffield Wednesday is away. So that's a massive positive for September. And October, this looks the toughie. Well, the first real toughie. Wimbledon, Wigan, Bradford, Plymouth, MK Dons and Leicester all back to back. What are you kind of making of that month, especially the last 4 fixtures of October?
Yeah, I think we look at October, and I think we have to break it down into 2 games that we should be picking 3 points up from, and then the rest you go, if we can get a point, great. If we can get 3 points, excellent. I don't think we have any divine right to sit there and go, we'll beat Bradford again, we're going to go and beat Plymouth, we'll beat Milton Keynes, because although Milton Keynes have come up, they have got a very good squad. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to be in and around sort of those playoff places. And then obviously to finish it with Leicester is huge. Yeah, October's a tough one. I think we can definitely get, say, minimum 4, but you'd like to think maximum 6 from the first 2 games. You would like to think we can get 6 from there, and then the rest you just go pick up a point, or the home games try and get 3, the away games like Bradford try and get a point there, try and beat Plymouth at home, try and beat MK Dons at home, and if we can go to Leicester and grab a point, then that's fantastic. That is.
Yeah. And what a game, Saturday the 31st of October away at Leicester City. I still pinch myself seeing that on our fixtures. That's going to be, hopefully, a big crowd. Hopefully we take a big crowd. I'm happy it's on a Saturday, because could you imagine if that was on a Tuesday, by the way? People would be like, oh, for goodness sake. At least that one's a Saturday. Everyone can get to that. Do you know what I'm absolutely buzzing about, right, boys? So, and I know you're going to. So Wimbledon, right? That's 2 days before my wedding, right? So I'm happy about. Now, here's the thing.
Big down the beers, isn't it?
Well, yes, but here's the thing. You boys are going to be like, no. So basically, it works out that I'll be on my honeymoon when we play one of the games.
You're joking. You're missing a game.
So, right.
No way.
You were missing a game.
There is no way.
So, can't get around it. Right.
Oh, my God.
It's not, nothing's booked. Don't worry, nothing's booked. Well, what I might do is get a flight back. What,
just leave Amy there?
Yeah.
I'm sure she'll be delighted.
Right. But, so the one that if it does get, but this is a big if, by the way, if it does get booked, was the 10th of October. So before the fixtures came out, I was going away, me, oh no, I'm panicking about this, because if this is Leicester or Sheffield Wednesday or Blackpool, or you know what I mean, I wouldn't be able to live with myself. So when the fixtures come out and I saw Wigan at home, I was like, if there's one I have to miss, then tape, deal. I'll watch that on the beach. Don't you worry about that. Do you know what I mean? And then when we're back, the day after we get back, it's Bradford away. I'll make that easy. So fresh off the flight, I'll be straight up there in a heartbeat.
6 a.m. train, is it?
It could well be.
For a 3 p.m. kickoff.
Could well be that one, to be fair. But yeah, I think if you look upon it from a games point of view, I mean, I've heard Wimbledon could be off. That's on the international weekend. I think it's the same for Sheffield Wednesday.
This is starting to. The international breaks should just be left clear in the calendar.
I know, get gone.
Just leave it clear, because they know it's going to be there.
Yeah,
just leave it clear.
But can I just throw in there, actually, to go along with your point, that one of the many reasons why I love these fixtures release is when we play the international breaks, there isn't a game that we play. You know how we get an away game and it gets rescheduled? None of that. Sheffield Wednesday, Wimbledon away, not far. Mansfield at home. So at least even if they do get cancelled, it's not going to be like a pain in the arse to get to for the rescheduled game. So that could potentially happen. The last 4, Bradford, Plymouth, MK Dons, Leicester. We're going to find out how good our team is in that period. Luca, November, Mansfield, Notts County, Blackpool. Obviously, the FA Cup will be on the first weekend of November for the gap. And again, Mansfield could be off for internationals. But nice, easy month, that, after a toughie.
Yeah, probably a month of opportunity, I'd say, especially after October. But I think, every squad's going to improve. So I think if we come here and look at it and analyse it in 2 or 3 weeks' time, then we can really have a good grasp of where we could be and how many points we could get from that really tough running. Because everyone's going to improve. But I think, November, 3 league games, I think a month of opportunity, really.
I agree. 2 at home as well. The only away game is Notts County, Nottingham Weekender in by the way, I'm saying this, the Nottingham Weekender's booked for the big opening day. Can I just say this, are you seriously not coming to the opener? Surely.
No.
The Pirelli's not very attractive.
It's not. It's on a corner of a roundabout.
Yeah, but Alice, the opener. You've
Wait,
got to
still.
be there.
I've done Burton twice. I think that's more than enough. I've
Well,
done my
like,
first
Right,
share.
right. What about Nottingham for Notts County? Now, come on.
Yeah, I can get behind that one because I want to go to Notts County.
All right, okay.
Look, I'll put it like if we had Leicester away first up, I'll be there. But Burton, I can leave that one. It's also in the middle of the cricket season still. You know,
Priorities and priorities.
What? And bounding in right arm over the wicket at a park. All for that.
I mean, look, I've got Borough for the remaining 8 months or 9 months, whatever it may be. I can miss a month.
So hang on, what would be your first game? Oxford?
My
Or the
first
League
game
Cup?
I'd target would be Luton at home.
Oh, so not till September?
Really?
Yeah, my cricket season goes on forever. So I would be targeting Luton at home as my first.
Wow. So actually, the first 5 you won't be there for.
No.
Oh wow.
Stick the highlights on there. I'm sure I'll be
No,
there.
no camos for a month, and no camos.
Well, there won't be any colours till the end of October by the looks of things.
Hang
Oh
on,
no,
Ange.
they might make an appearance at Orient. I don't know.
Yeah, but hang on, Ange.
That's what I heard, yeah.
Peterborough's a Tuesday night. Could you not make that one?
I'm not driving to Peterborough.
So there'll be A1.
I'm coming from the other side of London.
Yeah, Cutty
Got to get
Sark.
around the M20. No, not Cutty.
Not
Sark.
Cutty Sark.
Got to get around the M25.
Yeah,
we know where
Cutty
that's like at
Sark.
the best of times.
The touristy difficult area, Cutty Sark, to be fair.
For God's sake.
Yeah, it's true. No, you make a good point, actually. Yeah,
It'll be on the TV, so I can just stick it on that anyway.
Well, yeah, that's true. And December, this is where it kind of hots up. What am I on about? Not hots up. You know what I mean, though. The fixtures start to come thick and fast. That's what I'm trying to say. What a month this is. Huddersfield away, Stockport at home, Cambridge away, way before Christmas. What a weekend to have. Reading Boxing Day and Wickham on the Tuesday night in between Boxing Day and New Year's Day. Tough month. Again, though, not bad games in there. But what do you make of that month? Obviously, we know the Christmas months are typically normally difficult anyway. But Huddersfield, Stockport, Cambridge, Reading, Wickham. How do you see that month, mate?
I think looking at it, you go the 2 home games you'd expect to win, I think. And I would like to think we could probably beat Cambridge away. And then Wickham. Well, I mean, Wickham we never win at, so that's an inevitable loss, I think, there. And Huddersfield,
good that we drew him in the cup, wasn't it?
Big draw, that. Big draw.
No, it's crap.
Big draw.
Absolutely pony.
I don't know, big draw, that one.
You say this every year. We go out and run one. Oh, it was a waste of time anyway.
I don't know, I think to set a marker, see where we are. It's almost like
we're bound to see Joe Van Malcolm on that pitch at some point.
Oh, the Tuggles.
I tell you what, I'd back seeing a partnership of Joe Van Malcolm and Ollie Sanderson up front for that.
Joe
Joe
Knight
could be a big player for us this year.
Yeah. I really do. And hopefully I'm right.
You know for a fact Joe Van's probably going to get in over Phoenix, which is diabolical.
Have you? I don't know if you boys have been doing the same. I've been obviously not stalking, but viewing
watching Instagram and sending it to
Yes, I would use that word.
By the way, where was Joe Van earlier today? Some like stadium abroad. Where was that? What's going on there?
Probably Espanol.
What's that? His new club? Is it?
Or the United States of America.
Just see him sweating. Like, saying that, have you seen Jamie Reid? He's been going to all the England games, hasn't he? For Ollie Watkins.
He's pals with Watkins, isn't he? Watkins has just got him tickets.
That's mental, that. He's been going to all the games, and Pidge has been going on High Rocks retreats and going to Stockholm, and it's just all Louis Freestone in Bali or wherever it is, and Jordan Roberts, and they're all been gallivanting, haven't they? Away to that. No, I'm with you, Anne. I think December's a fantastic month for games. I think Huddersfield and Stockport will probably be two of the really challenging games. Obviously, Huddersfield on the Tuesday will be tough. But, Cambridge away, Reading at home, Wickham away. That's not a bad... I think it's a fantastic Christmas period. I'll tell you something else about the Christmas period as well. Normally with the Christmas period, the way the fixtures fall, it can be really hectic. That isn't, because it's just Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday. So this Christmas and New Year's is a bit different to normal because it's like a normal week of fixtures. So I like that. The team aren't going to be as knackered from that schedule, to be honest with you. If anything, January is probably the more hectic schedule, which we're going to come on to now. Luca, January, this is very similar to October. It's almost identical. We're just playing the teams that we had at home in October away in January, and the teams that we had away in October at home in January. So Bromley, obviously, New Year's Day away. Cambridge at home, which is a quick turnaround because we played them twice in like 3 weeks. And then Bradford at home, Plymouth away, Milton Keynes Dons away, Leicester at home. So carbon copy of October, just changing the home to aways. What are we saying? Probably second toughest month since October?
I think toughest. I think that's make or break. That is the period. I think we said it last year that December to January, it kills you or it makes a team and it makes a promotion side. I think every single fixture there is tough. I think, Bromley are going to be a surprise package this season under Andy Woodman. I think people will expect not a lot from them, but I feel like they'll be one of those sides like us. They're efficient, they'll do the job and they'll get results and they'll play a brand of football that will surprise people and teams will take a long while to figure them out, like they did with us, I reckon. And that away game on New Year's Day will be tough. Cambridge at home, we should beat them, but it's notoriously always tough, that game. And then the 4, I think that is such a bad run of 4 games. And Plymouth away and then MK Dons away in the space of 4 days. That's
Tuesday night, Plymouth.
That's very tough. And
I won't be that one either.
But you can you know what that Plymouth game takes out of you, the travel. If you go there and lose, what it does to you, what it can. No.
Not this again.
No.
Chicken legs.
We're not even.
We're not way out of the paper bag.
I'm sure he was looking out for our fixtures. He'll be buzzing for the 12th of September, no doubt.
Can't wait to see like some nonsense Jovan go and nod it in, send us into raptures for a 1-0 victory.
Sanderson from the north.
And honestly,
though, Jovan personally.
Jovan. About this month though, I think what's great about this side is I feel like we favour running, which is consistent in terms of the opposition that we're playing. So if we're playing 4 teams that are quality and they're going to be at the top of the division, I think we thrive off that, because if we're at that top level for those 2 weeks as it is, I think this team thrives. That mentality we have of being at that top level and not dropping that level. I feel like it's tougher when you have 4 games like that and maybe a Cambridge inside that, where that's an easier fixture. If that team can keep at that top level and start that Bradford game well, then that could be a very good run-in. But of course, it depends on how much we strengthen, how good this team is in the summer. But that could be a brilliant month if we start it well.
So I think, and I think you made a really good point actually, Luke. I think it's make or break for wherever we are, and I'll explain that. Right, let's say we're at the top part of the league, right? Bradford, Plymouth, MK Dons, Leicester. Now, probably all 4 of those teams are probably going to be in the top 10. Right, so they're all going to be up. I'd be surprised if one of them weren't, to be honest with you, right? So let's say we're up the top. They're 4 incredibly big games for the fact of we're playing the other top teams as well, right? Let's say, just for argument's sake, we're not up the top. Okay, let's say we're mid-table to lower. Bradford, Plymouth, MK Dons, Leicester, back to back for a team that aren't up the top or a mid-table down or bottom half. Hopefully, we're not down there. That's really tough going into the last 3 months after. So I think for whatever position we are in the division, that kind of mini period in January is really telling for us, and I think really difficult.
Can I just say something though? I feel like when you have a run in like that, people will obviously look at that and go, that is the tough 4 games. But as we've seen last season, how unpredictable the league was, Plymouth were in the relegation zone for 15 games. If we looked at this fixture list last season, you would have gone, Plymouth, yeah, exactly. They'll be right up there. And at the moment, we're looking at all four of those sides as contenders. And, we might come around in a month's time predicting this league, and one of those might have slipped. Or in 2 months, due to their starts of the season, they might have slipped.
I was just thinking, could you imagine, we looked at November, Mansfield, Notts County, Blackpool, all went, yeah, really easy month. Could you imagine if all three of them were up the top? And that was actually the pick
Mansfield, I think will be a contender for the playoffs, definitely this year.
Got McGoldrick, haven't they?
Oh, brilliant.
We move into Feb, so the last few months of the season, and Doncaster away, Peterborough at home, Barnsley at home, Luton away, Mansfield away. Tricky month. I mean, when you look at Luton and Mansfield away, but Barnsley, Peterborough, Doncaster, 3 really winnable games there. Quite a nice month to have after that hectic one in January. Luton away, Derby Day at Kenilworth, 20th of Feb, going to be freezing, going to be ice cold for that game. And we'll be cuddled together in the away end.
What is going to be the 96th minute World Cup winner and the adrenaline dump again?
Yeah, let's hope we don't celebrate too much and that loses us the game.
I could actually back a Sanderson winner that day. I'm not joking.
You say this every week.
Well, yeah, since he signed, yeah.
Farley, have you watched him play?
I have. Sorry, I know Anne's on a wants to speak. No, I remember watching him in all of his games for Bradford that he played when he was on loan there. And I really oddly, I've got I know a couple of people that go to non-league. This is so coincidental, and I'm going back. How long am I going back now? Not that long ago. When was it? Back last year, back into last year. I was speaking to a couple of guys at work that go to non-league, and I was telling them about strikers, and they literally went to me, "Oh my God, you should get this lad who plays at Woking called Ollie Sanderson." And I was like, "Oh yeah, no, I've seen him." They were like, "Oh, he's great, he's brilliant, he's scoring all these goals in non-league." And then, lo and behold, we went and signed him. So I did somewhat know of him before we signed him, oddly. But sorry, go on, Anne.
Is he a striker that you've always wanted at the club?
Maybe not always wanted. I mean, I've only known him for a good few years. I remember him at Harrogate. I do remember him at Harrogate.
That's the usual one. Oh, I've always wanted him at the club.
And I've liked him. I thought Ollie Sanderson at Bradford got a little bit of unfair stick. I thought they called him useless, and I didn't think he was useless. I just think,
let's be honest, he's
Bradford.
The season he had last season, albeit in the National League, he deserves a punt. He deserves a punt on him, and he's the correct physical profile that we need in a striker, and he's got the qualities there for him for us to improve. And you see what Revs can do with players that have got potential, but they can be improved. Like Harvey White. Harvey White was brought in as a academy prospect, and now he's been turned into an established League One midfielder. And that's the player that has gone from potential to an improved, established player. And that is something that Ollie Sanderson could do if he's given the opportunities, because I think that's a big thing. You've got players like probably Joe Van Malcolm, who was given a stint at the start of last season, but then went out on loan. But if Ollie Sanderson comes in and is given those opportunities, we could see something really good there. And we could see that punt has really worked, because obviously we're going to get 2 or 3 more strikers, and he's not going to be the only one. So taking a punt on a striker like him who matches our system, I think it's a no-brainer. Definitely.
I think as well. Sorry, go on, Ed.
Chances of him getting sent on loan in January?
What, to Colchester?
Yeah.
It depends how he does, doesn't it? I think the great thing about Ollie, he's got bundles of ability, suits the style, and if it works out, I think you could potentially have a real cracking striker there that will really, really contribute along with Jamie Reid. So I think it's a pretty good bit of recruitment from Revs personally. And that February period, not bad. Luton and Mansfield probably the toughies of the 5.
Yeah, I'd say you'd look to target to win the 2 home games. you'd like to think we could beat Donny away, but maybe take a point there, take a point from Mansfield. That'd be a good result, and then go to Luton and through the back gardens and get whatever you're given, I suppose.
Through the back gardens in Feb. Blimey. Probably through the back gardens and slipping up the stairs because there's ice everywhere and
poking the February bear, as I like to call it.
Tell you what though, wouldn't mind going to the pub for that day. I don't know. It just screams pub day, 20th of Feb. I don't know. Just actually, it's 2 days after mine and Amy's anniversary. Actually, 10 years. Should we take her on an anniversary 10-year trip to the Kenilworth? I don't know.
I think she could probably get away with not going through Berry Park and the like.
I don't think she'd have a say in the matter.
Don't think she'd be too happy to be going to Kenilworth for a 10-year anniversary. Put it like that.
No.
Cracking ones there and Mansfield away. March, Burton at home, Oxford away, Notts County at home, Bromley at home, and Reading away. Now, obviously, Bromley at home is Good Friday, and Reading is Easter Monday away. Luca, nice, neat and tidy month there, Burton winnable. I think by then Oxford will be a really, really good side, but Notts County, Bromley will be tough. Reading, obviously, I think they'll be half decent. Decent month, that.
Yeah, well, I think it's a month. If we utilise our home form well, then we should be coming out with minimum 9 points, excluding the away games, because those are the types of opposition that you would predict to be in the bottom half, come next season. And I think if we can capitalise on our home form like we did at the back end of last season, then that's a month of real opportunity and something to capitalise on, because you think if you compare that to other teams and they're running in March, they will have tougher fixtures than that. And that is a month of opportunity to capitalise and really regain points and positions. And if we're in a tough spell after January, because by then we still might be feeling the effects of January because of how tough that month is, I think February is a real mix, really. I think Doncaster, Peterborough and Barnsley are kind of in that real cluster of teams in about 15th, that position. And then those 2 tough away games at the end as well. But March is definitely, a month where you go get those points on the board, especially at home. I think it's a month where we would expect ourselves to definitely get 9 points, I reckon, from that.
Yeah.
And then, two away games where you go, if we get good home form in that month, it's a month where we can really aim for a maximum in terms of points, and really, because April is the tough one and it's packed and it's hectic. April, it always is as well. And if you compare in the right way by having a good March, then that final running that we know is so important for any achievement in the season, whether you're consolidating a place or you're trying to achieve like the playoffs like we did last season. That kind of preparation phase, March, where you're consolidating your form, you're getting your home form right, you're preparing yourself away from home as well. That is crucial, and I think it's such a good month for that, if you know what I mean.
I just want to reiterate as well. Obviously, we don't know how good all the teams are going to go. I think we have a good idea on a lot of the sides and how good they're going to be. Obviously, these fixtures could change. We said it earlier. November might be a really tough month based on Mansfield, Notts County and Blackpool doing really well and being up the top. But I think we can kind of get a sense of kind of how teams are going to be. I think March is really nice for us. 3 home matches, just 2 away. Oxford and Reading are local games. We're not travelling far really that month, which I really, really like. I think as well, there's an international weekender in there. I might be wrong. I think it's Notts County at home. So we might have a week off within that period as well. So quite a nice month for us. And some winnable games. Burton, Notts County at home, Bromley at home. These are good games to have in a March period. And this is the big stuff. April, what a chocker month this is. Wickham at home, Stockport away, Sheffield Wednesday away, Leyton Orient at home, Wigan away, and Wimbledon at home. Now, typically, actually a lot of winnable games in there. But I think when people look at Stockport and Sheffield Wednesday away back-to-back, Saturday to Tuesday, people go, oh, my God, that's a tough period. But actually, when you look around and you see Wickham, you see Orient, you see Wigan, you see Wimbledon, not a bad month, and is it really?
It's not. I think we need to win all 3 home games. realistically.
Definitely.
And then I think you look at Wigan being the most winnable away game out of the lot. And then you go to Stockport, you try and nab a point. I think Sheffield Wednesday, you go there and you try and nab a point again. I think when we play Sheffield Wednesday away and when we play Leicester away, we've got to remember, like, yeah, it's great we're going to these big stadiums that have, you know, previously been Premier League stadiums, but we've just got to remember it's a game of football. We don't overexert ourselves too much, and we don't play for the occasion and play the fact that we're playing at the Premier League champions from 10, 11 years ago and things like that. I think we just need to be like really careful when we do play those games, just to make sure that we are very much there and we're playing for the present moment, not playing for the fact that we're playing the Premier League champions, you know, or playing at Hillsborough, which is such an iconic stadium in English football.
I think what sticks out to me here in this, and again, I'm sorry, boys, but I'm absolutely in love with this fixture list. I'm just absolutely in love with it. It's my favourite. I love it, honestly. I cannot wait. By the way, to get that graphic stuck on the wall. Look at the graphic. But sorry, boys. What sticks out is August and September and March and April are really good months. It's like the start of the season is really good, and it's like the end of it is really good. We've been blessed with a start and an end that are very good for us. And obviously, I know we're going to get into the last two games, which will be tough. But in terms of August, September, March, April, really good start, really good ends. We've got, obviously, again, we don't know what the teams are going to be like. But on paper, we've got really lucky with that within this fixture list. I agree with that. I think Stockport, Sheffield Wednesday away back-to-back is going to be really tough. Sheffield Wednesday on the Tuesday. But around that, Wickham, Orient, Wigan, Wimbledon. There's some really winnable games here. And I think that is a really fantastic April for us. We're coming on to the last month then, boys. We'll both join in for this. Honestly, I think that is the best end to a fixture list that we've had since we've been in League One. Blackpool way on a bank.
What, on a the last away day on a bank holiday? On a bank holiday.
Away on a bank holiday Monday and Huddersfield at home to end it. I mean, what games? Two teams that could be up the top competing, and hopefully we might be too. But in terms of games and matches, I mean, you're not going to get much better than that. Blackpool on a bank holiday. Everyone's going to go up in their fancy dress in Blackpool and have a big old weekender. And then Huddersfield at home. What's a game to have at home to end it? I mean, boys, outside of the matches, which are going to be terrific in those games, what a fantastic 2 games to end it all, right?
Yeah. I think you look at it and you go, how would you want to end the season? And I think a lot of people would actually want Blackpool as your last away game because it's like a really good weekend, good nightlife and whatnot. And it's almost like roles reversed from last season when we had them first game of the season, which is quite nice. So we get them at both ends of the spectrum. And I think Huddersfield at home, it's nice to finish with one of the big boys of the division. And if it's anything last season and we go into that game needing to win to get the playoffs or whatever, that'd be an incredible game, honestly.
Wow, what a game against Huddersfield. On the last game again, I'm sticking by that. I think they're the 2 best matches we've had, home and away at home in League One since we've been in this brilliant division. I think they're magnificent games to end. So to recap, boys, I'm going to come to Luca first. Pick, in your opinion, Luca, your easiest and toughest month from the full fixture list, in your opinion. Then I'm going to come to And after.
Thing is, do you go the easy way and pick the months with 3 games?
I think you've stolen mine and Anne's thinking there, probably.
I mean, I'd probably say, I know November's got 3 games, but that's a tough month. I think with Mansfield, Blackpool, yeah, all 3 sides. I mean, I will go easiest. I'm gonna go March, I think.
Okay, Burton, Oxford, Notts County, Bromley, Reading. Okay.
Toughest, I think. Obviously, October and January are so similar, but I think those 2 games at the start of January really, really pip it because those are 2 difficult games as well. So I'll go January is my toughest month.
Okay, so Luke has gone March for his easiest. He's gone January for his hardest. And what about you, mate?
Hardest is January.
Yeah.
And easiest is August.
Okay. All right. Yeah, no. August for the easiest stand. So Burton away for the big opening day. Oxford at home, Doncaster at home. And then obviously January, the same as Luke for the toughest. I think my easiest, I'm going to agree with Anne. I actually think it's August. I think it's the very first month because I think to have Burton on the big opening day is a great opening game. But that is an extremely winnable game against Burton. I think Oxford's winnable. I don't think they'll be at it from the very start. Aaron Ramsey's coming late. You got to think as well, you know, they just fired Matt Bloomfield last week. It's been a big turnaround there at Oxford. So I think that's going to be a really winnable game. I think Doncaster home's a really winnable game for us. I think August, because I think November, Mansfield, Notts County, Blackpool, I think some of those sides will be good. I think that'll be tough. So I'm going to go August. And yeah, look, I think for the toughest, it's definitely a toss-up between January and October. I'm probably going to give it to January because I think Bromley's harder than Wimbledon, and I don't think Wimbledon will be on. I think there'll be some crap about the international break, and I don't think we'll have a game. So I think Bromley away, Bradford, Plymouth, Milton Keynes, Leicester, and then to add on to that as well, we don't know how good Cambridge are going to be. Cambridge might be a good side. So I think for me, it would be silly not to suggest that January's the toughest month, and you've got Plymouth away and Milton Keynes Dons away back to back, you know, Tuesday to Saturday, with Leicester coming to the Stevenage Football Club Stadium, as it's well known now. The Southern Fried Chicken
Stevenage KFC Stadium.
What? Something like that. Best KFC, by the way, in the country on the corner.
Yeah.
I'm owning that. Great to go through it. Borough fans, please tweet us and let us know your easiest month, in your opinion, from this amazing fixture list and your toughest month from this fixture list. We're going to move on to the last couple of sections of the pod. The EFL trophy.
The Virtue.
The Virtue. By the way, so what are we talking?
Sorry,
Leicester,
Southern group, and
Walsall.
we've got Leicester and Walsall. That's
Leicester,
Southern.
Walsall.
And Fulham's kids.
Fulham, under 21s.
Good team. Good
team.
team for them under 21s.
Ollie Sanderson against his old side there. That'll be that'll be good.
Sure, he'll get a run out on that.
Yeah, cracking little group. I think that's a great group, actually. I mean, there is the potential, by the way, that we have Leicester away twice in a month. By the way, I just want to throw that in there because we've got them the 31st of October. I'm guessing the second group game will be the middle of October. So that could be 2 away games at Leicester in.
So you don't need to go to Leicester and the Virtue then, do you?
Well, this is the thing, right, that I'm a bit worried about is I don't get back for my honeymoon potentially until the 16th.
Come on, it's the Virtue.
The 13th is a viable option for the Virtue, and I'm hoping.
Farley, I love you to bits, but you do not need to go to Leicester and the Virtue if you go in there in the league.
Pretty sure there's a flight going to Leicester from Rhodes. There's got to be, surely. Well, let's hope Leicester's in September then. Hopefully, because that's when the first.
Again, you don't need to go. Just to clarify, you don't need to do that.
No. I'll be there. You know me. I mean, it could be Walsall way. It'll be one of them two.
Lads,
yeah, real Southern group, that isn't it?
Well, yeah,
lads, I've got a question for you both.
Oh no.
What do you mean? Oh no.
This could be anything, especially with Farley and the way he is.
I'm just
no. It's a serious one. It's a serious one. It revolves around our attitude to the cup competitions. What do you want it to be this season? Because of course, last campaign we prioritise the league. Obviously, from the start, we went up to Chesterfield in the FA Cup, for example, and we did decently in the trophy. But what would your take be on it? What would you want to see this season in terms of the attitude towards the cup competitions? Would you want more? Would you want kind of a continuation from last season?
Who wants to go first, Ant? You or me?
Prioritise the league, and whatever you get from the rest, take it. I don't think the Virtue, we get money from the Virtue, which is good. But am I sitting there going, we need to prioritise and go and win the Virtue? No.
Not just the Virtue. I'm talking about the Carabao Cup and also the FA Cup as well.
Yeah, I mean the Carabao Cup's a waste of time. And see, me and Friday had this debate. I want to say it was I think it might have been last year. For me, when I was growing up, the FA Cup was quite a big trophy and significant thing within our family, or my family. Like, everyone grew up and everyone used to say they used to sit around the TV watching the FA Cup final and all these kind of things. It was always been in my head quite an important trophy, so it'd be nice to have a run in that. If we don't, we don't. But also with that, if we get to the third round and we get like a Villa kind of situation again, it'd be incredible, wouldn't it? Right? So, look, I think let's focus on the league.
Definitely.
Virtue, do what we can do, not overly fussed by it. Carabao Cup, bin it off, and FA Cup, it would be nice to have a run.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty similar to Anne, to be honest with you. Look, I think for us, right, and I know you boys get at me and people are like, he goes Farley and he's like autistic kind of rants and whatnot. But I generally look at this season. I call this the biggest, and I'll tell you why. I think it's the toughest League One that we've been in since we've been in League One, going into the fourth consecutive season. And I look at this season, I go, if we can create a team that can be up, not up the top in League One, but in the top part of it. Let's say top 10, right? Let's say top 10. If we can be in the top 10 in this League One, you can do it in any League One. This League One is the toughest League One by a country mile.
And last season it's
been
going to be so difficult to replicate, isn't it? It's going to be so difficult to replicate what happened last season. And if we prove it this season, we can go do anything. And that
just as I was saying, the competitiveness from the top of League One throughout it to the bottom of League One is like no other League One that we've been in. It's unbelievable. You've got all the teams that have come down that are all going to be up there by the end of the season. You've got teams that have come up like MK Dons, Bromley. I mean, more so MK Dons because, they're putting together a fantastic side. We know about that, right? Then you look at teams like, Luton and Plymouth and Bradford, teams that have recruited brilliantly. It is the toughest League One. So I think for us, our goal is the league, and it has to be. We want to be in the top 10 of this division. We want to be up the top of this League One. That's the goal. And if we achieve that, it will be the most amazing achievement in being up the top of League One in this environment, in this division, right? Now, cup football doesn't get put on the back burner. However, the league takes precedent, right? It takes precedent. It has to. And it has to in this division. Because if you don't take precedent in this division, you get punished for it. And you will get punished. And if we don't take the league and make it our priority, and you will not be up the top of this division. You have to take it seriously. So I think for me, really simple. League's the priority. FA Cup is where you want to see a cup run, right? Yeah. I think you make the league and the FA Cup your priorities. I think when you look at the League Cup, honestly, I know we can go through and there's Premier League ties, and that would be brilliant early on. But seriously, the Carabao Cup's a waste of time. It is every year. You don't get any money for going through, and you could get drawn a really horrible hand. Carabao Cup, I think against Wickham, that actually should be used as a friendly. I actually think you should use that game as, and it's not, but you should use it like a friendly.
It's
game.
on a weekend as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I would use that as a competitive friendly. I really would, right? And I actually think that will bode well for the big opening day. I think the Virtue is a great opportunity. If we do go through, brilliant. But I would try and utilise players like Jack Taylor and Joe Knight and as many of them players to get minutes as possible in those games. And I think the FA Cup is probably the one that you take serious, in my opinion. I would look at that and go, league is priority this season for this biggest season and what we want to achieve has to take precedent for our season. But FA Cup, as Anne said, big competition. And that should be a really, really important cup for us this season. But the Carabao, no. And the Virtue, all right, if you're gonna take one of those silly competitions, I don't call them silly, they're not, but if you're gonna take one of those competitions set like properly, then you would choose the Virtue over the Carabao. I think that's how I would look at the cups. But it's a really good question, Nuka, because it's interesting. It's interesting. And we don't know the FA Cup draw yet. And do you know what I mean? So really, really good question. Just before we wrap up, Carabao Cup, first round draw, Wickham away. What a draw! Honestly, it was going to be Wickham, wasn't it? It was always going to be Wickham away. I think what I find funny about it is we were all going, oh my God, we could have a weekender to kick off the campaign competitively. You know, Exeter, Bristol, Plymouth, what we could have been given. We got Wickham away. Of course we did at Adams Park. But look, I mean, oh yeah. Yeah.
I'll be there.
100%. It's kicking off the campaign competitively, Anne.
I won't be there.
Oh, come on, Anne.
Well, I can't say I'm not shocked at that one, Anne, to be honest with you.
You bound the end right arm over?
Yeah, no doubt. You'll be at that recreation ground in Kingston, probably.
I'm playing that weekend. Yeah.
But yeah, no. Of course, I'll be at that. I think what I think that first round draw is, I think it's a really good game to have as a marker compared to a Wickham. I think what's good. I think the only positive you can have about that, well, two is one, it's not far, it's down the road, and two, it's probably a nice game to have as a marker against the team in our league, just to gauge where we are before the big kickoff. So I think it's good in that sense.
And you've got to be there. We've got to go back to the industrial estate. We did the reaction.
No. I think I can pass on that one.
Yeah, hang on a sec.
Are you sure?
Hang on. If Anne's first match is Luton, you're not going to be there for instant reactions.
How many instant reactions are you going to miss?
It's going to miss like
6 to 5.
Just the...
That's not right. You're not going to be using the new microphone.
Mics. Yes, the mics.
I can figure it out.
Should we get plugged in on the phone and we'll have him alongside us?
I think we could. Yeah, fly him in from FaceTime. While he's having
fly him in. I'm not in the States.
Fly
in London.
Have a hand on FaceTime having his tea at cricket, maybe.
Live shut eye on the instant reaction.
Yeah. Sorry, Anne, what have you got there? Is that a towel?
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep myself as least sweaty as possible.
I've got the fan on me at the minute. I've got the fan on me. That's keeping me.
Oh, you've got the luxury
one.
And I've got my Stevenage football team League One towel in the background. That's there for every episode, by the way. I just want to warn you now that we've.
Luke, don't tell me you've got like aircon on or something.
No, I haven't got anything.
I've had heat exhaustion. That's what I've had. Oh my God. I think that's a wrap. First episode done.
Yes,
unbelievable. That we're underway. The preparation's underway. The preparation for the campaign and the biggest season, the most exciting season is underway.
I think you're going to say the preparation for the camos.
Ooh, yeah, they'll be knocking about 100%.
We've got to end it like that.
What, with the camos?
Yeah.
But no, that is a wrap of our first episode of Season 8 Fixture Release. of season 8. The 2026-2027 season preparations are underway. The fixtures are out. Unbelievable. My favourite fixtures. I'm in love with them. I could print it up on the wall and just look at it, as I'm going to do eventually for every day. I'm absolutely loving our fixtures and what we've been gifted with. Our lives are sorted for the next 9 to 10 months. And it's going to be unbelievable now because we've still got 6 weeks until it all kicks off competitively. We do know that the teams start the preparation this coming Monday, I do believe, next week. There's still been no news of any other pre-season friendlies. The ones that we have announced are FC Andorra, West Ham at Millwall, and Colchester. Some brilliant friendlies in there, has to be said, in terms of getting us to the level by the big kickoff. So hopefully we'll find out a little bit more. Kits are on their way first week of July, not long, next week. So all you've got to wait for. Next week, the kits are out. I can keep my mouth stum for the next week. It's very difficult to, but I've got to do that. And yeah, Borough fans, thank you so much for tuning in. Please give us a follow, like, and a subscribe on YouTube, and also a like on the Audibles. This is the start. Episode number 1 of season 8 has been completed and finished. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next week as the teams start their preparation, and we'll hopefully be chatting about any more news next week as we go into some of the opening games of the campaign in pre-season. The fixtures are out. And we are underway. Wow, I've got goosebumps. Borough fans, thank you so much for tuning in. See you next week for episode 2 on season 8, the biggest and most exciting season here on the Stevenage Football Club podcast. See you next week, guys, and up the Borough.